Greetings, I'm Lucinda Harmon, aka The Growth Catalyst. And today, as I said in my post this week, I realized that I think it was time to do a video about the important subject of sales productivity. Now, this is going to apply to any part of your life, so do listen in. I'm going to divide into two segments. One segment is you as an individual, and the other segment, I'm going to use it as sales forces and teams. How do we work and how do you lead in both those kind of areas, or how do you increase your productivity in both areas, both individually and as part of a team? The first quote that I'm going to use it up myself, and somebody stated it somewhere, somehow, and I've probably adapted it as well. If you want to get something done, you need to give it to someone who is busy. If you want to get something done, you need to give it to somebody who is busy and ultra busy, and they are swamped with workload. Why is that? Well, I think today you're going to find the answer, because I can tell you that it'll be amazing what you can possibly fit into your day, and you will see that after this segment today on productivity. So please do like, share, comment, thumbs up. Come on. Things have been a bit slow lately. Share this with other health professionals. Get the message out there. It's really important. We want to raise the standard of the sales profession. We want to make sure that sales continues, and we create to foster and to nurture and to with all sales professionals, all the up and coming sales professionals, or people that want to get in the industry, that this knowledge, that this wisdom is imparted, so we stop seeing order takers. We start seeing real sales professionals out there, people really that know what they're doing, love the actual, love the territory of sales. It's a profession for them, not a job. So let's start off with the individuals. Now, I did this in the post, my LinkedIn post this week, so do go and have a look. I'm going to use the same 6 points just to brush up and show you the difference between the two. The 6 that I chose, this is a huge subject. This really is a workshop for a day or two. But in short, number 1, discipline. Now, I've done a whole segment just on discipline, because this is how important it is. If you do not have a hold and a grip on time, the time you waste, the time you use, your efficiency with time, you're not going to be effective. And if you don't have a grip and discipline on your emotions, your emotional mental state, you're going to also trip up. So part of productivity is, number 1, that discipline. Number 2, intentional focus. Your ability to cut out the distractions, to focus on the goals you set out, to every day get out there and you know exactly what you're meant to do. You've done the work and you know how to get there. And that point 3 feeds into that point 2, which is your plan and implement. Now, I had a meeting with someone yesterday. You can plan all you want. If you're not implementing, you're not going to go anywhere. I could sit and plan and write beautiful graphs and write visionary boards. I can plan all I want. But the importance is getting out there and implementing what you've planned and what you want to achieve. The 4th part is structure your hours and with variation. It's very easy to structure the hours, supposedly, but you can get bored. And eventually what you're going to do, you might get burnt out, you get bored, you start disengaging, which you don't want to do. You want to stay engaged. You want to feel within yourself that the thrill and the excitement of being in sales profession, and that comes with variation. So in your day, you plan things intentionally that will give you the variation. You'll give yourselves 10 minutes to go and do X. You'll give yourself a coffee break to go and do Y. You will allow yourself to go and get a smoothie at such a time, because at the end of the day, you've actually achieved what you had to do. But you set these little things, or little gems, or little treasures along your day, so that you've actually got something guiding you through, something to look forward to, something to enjoy. You say, only after I've done 6 clients today or 12 clients today, I'm going to have my lunch. I'm going to stop and actually eat my lunch quietly for 10 minutes and turn my phone off for the 10 minutes. Number 5, set targets and goals daily. You cannot possibly ever in life just go according to what the company said for you, or what your bigger plan is, your monthly or yearly or whatever they might be. You need to actually set it for yourself into goals and targets that you can achieve every day. So say it is seeing 12 quality calls, not 12 calls handing business cards, but quality, having a conversation, growing a relationship, introducing something to your customer that you really want to get through. But set those daily targets and goals, and you will know what they are. It might be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will do X, Y, Z. It might be whatever they are, more than you think. If you were to look at my schedule, my life is managed. And I always believe, as I want for you, you're the creator of your life. So productivity and success is because you set it up to be as such. You're not waiting for things to happen. You are getting out there. You are planning, you're implementing, you're setting targets, and you're setting goals, and you're achieving daily. Not on your own, but those are set for you and beyond that as well. The other part, number 6, is stay motivated, and it's going to come into the team one as well. Really important. Do what you need to do. If it means getting up in the morning and doing yoga, or it means listening to a specific person that you like to hear, their podcast, their YouTube videos, whatever it is, make sure you're playing that and make yourself a playlist and upbeat music and whatever it takes in order to get motivated. It's also my book, Go Shake the Trees. Very important as a sales professional. So there we go. Individual, we're gonna plant that one, those 6 on that side, and now we're gonna come into the sales force and teams. Now I'm gonna set 5 things I want to focus on today to increase the sales productivity in your team or your sales force. Number 1, as with the individual, you've got to set clear goals and key performance indicators, KPIs. That is what you've got to do. Why do you have to set clear goals? Because you have to have something that's measurable and that's realistic, whether it be targets on a daily, weekly, monthly level. You might have something where you've set something for your sales professionals. You can win an iPad. The person that first sells X consumable. Whatever it is, but you need to set these clear goals. Clear, realistic, fair, please. Not these pie in the sky. The first person hit 1 billion. Probably never going to happen in your entire lifetime. So that was an unrealistic goal. It's got to be something that really sets your pace setters, your fast movers, your hunters going out the gates, because then they're going to inspire and they're going to be like trailblazers for the others to follow on. Very important. The second part, the KPI side, you need to track progress and then have with you areas of improvement so that your sales staff know, your sales professionals know where to grow. It's no use to say what they're doing wrong. You need to be able to tell them constructively what they maybe can do to do things better in a better way in order to get improvement. And that's how you do it with that part 1. Part 2 of this is structured sales process. Structured. It's your job in management, as a sales manager, marketing manager, whatever you are, director of the company, wherever your product managers, wherever you are, that you structure the sales process. Make it seamless. I've sat in companies before where I think, oh my soul, you're expecting the sales professional to go out there in the face of the heat and the cold or whatever, you're interfacing with clients, but then they've got to do all the administration. Now that is not fair. You've got to have a system where that person can literally plug play. They've got some of the interest, they've got it in writing and order, which the backup staff have supported them. You have the different staff and different levels, administration, commercial, whatever you're doing, warehousing, whatever you have, support your sales professionals and have a solid structure to follow. Not this weird kind of get the order, then they must drive to office because now they're going to drive because no, scan copy is not good enough, and then it's more administration, and then in order to get their commission, like I was at a company that I had to ask and fight and fill in a whole lot of documentation to get my commission. No way, you can't do that. A structured sales process is seamless. So you get out the way of your sales professionals to do their job well. Otherwise, resentment's going to set in, and they're not going to work as hard, and they're not going to be productive. So that is number 2. Number 3, invest in training and development. I think if I could have a loudspeaker right now, it'd be my biggest loudspeaker. Invest in your training and development, not product training. That's fine and good. Sales, training and development. And why this is so important is people, you need to do this regularly, at least once a month, not your sales conference once a year. And then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are monitoring role playing. I can tell you most sales professionals run a mile if you say role playing. They will bunk, they'll miss, they'll be sick, they'll create illness. I've watched it all happen in my lifetime. As well as coaching. Someone or mentor or coach that is on team, on board with you, that can actually help your sales professionals. Because this is where it kind of all falls off the track. When they get in the field, your sales professional will lose their way because they might have heard it. And it might be told them here. But the thing is, they need to implement in practice. They need to get out there. They need to be given scenarios. They need to be given, as I said, role play. They need to be given ways of actually assimilating and trying it out and in a safe environment before they go out there in front of the customers. And that's very important. Your fourth part is your collaboration and your sharing of knowledge. Now, I see so many people that want to hold information. Like, it's mine. I'm not going to tell you because it's this one-up game. And if I tell you, then you might beat me in sales and you'll be the blue-eyed girl, blue-eyed boy in the company. So a lot of times we lack this. We lack collaboration, understanding that we need teams that are made of different type of personalities. This is really important. And I've seen so many stories where I see the HR managers, they only choose one kind of person. You know how dangerous this is. One type of personality, one type of literal, if you looked at the disc, and I can't think what things called, methodology, style of working out personalities. It's very, very dangerous if we group and we choose people only according to one kind of directive, one kind of person we want. Like, we only want extroverts that are direct, that we are leaders that are this or that. No, you need the supportive kinds. You need the people maybe more introvert. We need the people that initiate. We need the innovators. We need all the people in our teams. And this is like so important. I can't even tell you how important it is. And when I see what happens sometimes, I go, no, don't do that, because you'll end up with conflict. When everyone is the same, it's the most dangerous place to be, because you just are not going to go anywhere when you've got everybody exactly the same. I can't imagine anything more boring actually than having to work in a team where everyone is kind of matched in the same criteria as me and all chosen the same criteria. And you just can't in a team have everyone fighting for being a top dog or whatever it might be, or all the people being supportive, all the people being innovative. And what's really important is the sharing of knowledge. And that is something that comes from a company or a sales force where where this becomes like a culture, where it's a culture that is seen in a good light, and it's nurtured and it's nourished this kind of sharing of knowledge and sharing with others their good practices and sharing case studies of clients they've been to and where they've won and where they've lost, and give them that space so they feel safe enough and secure enough to share all the parts of where they go wrong and where they go right. And then they can help other people. So maybe that will stop them from making similar kind of errors, or in ways to help them succeed a lot faster. Have regular but productive, healthy team meetings, not roasting sessions, not blame and shames. Team meetings with this kind of sharing and there's motivation. I remember I did a breakfast morning session for the last company I worked for. And I loved it. Twice a week, I think it was a Tuesday and Thursday. I did a morning motivation session to get everybody upbeat. And I can tell you, it was an absolute seller. People loved it. It brought everybody together because people never saw each other from across, because this is now South Africa. They never got to see each other from different provinces. Maybe sales conference once a year. It's not enough. But if you get to meet your team on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Friday, wherever it is, and you actually get to share and you get to explore things together and put something on the table and say, what are your thoughts? You'll be amazed at what happens to the productivity in that team. And the fifth important part, we've done it in the first part, time management. You need to be able to block off time effectively, compartmentalize your time so that you are absolutely focusing on what you need to at any given time. So if I know that I will catch up calls from 7 in the morning till 9 in the morning, I do catch up calls 7 to 9 o'clock in the morning. And then at 9 o'clock, I move on to my next section. And I will know that I will do my catch-up WhatsApps at a certain time, catch-up emails at a certain time. And when you start being able to block effectively, you're not just randomly everywhere, anywhere, answering things, doing things. You end up in this weird washing machine of nothingness. And the thing is, people really think that busy is not effective. Busy is just nothing. I say to people, I'm so busy. Busy doing what? I was just busy being busy. But I wasn't being effective. And there's such a difference in this. And I now know with the amount of workload I have today, with a couple of careers running together and studying at the level I'm studying at, and my hours have had to stretch into the 16 hours even more dramatically. So if somebody makes me wait for half an hour, I know I have a huge loss. And this is what I want you to know, is you need to block in such a way that if you will know and you will look in the mirror, if you mess up for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 an hour, only you got yourself to blame, and you will know, no, I really wasted time. I could have used it more effectively. Whatever it might be doing your LinkedIn posts, it might be whatever it is, but you need to learn to block time. And the other thing is your priorities. In all teams, you've got to have priorities and your classification of clients from A to E. The clients that buy from you, your regular clients are A, and E are clients that never buy from you ever again. And you need to sit with those classifications, divide them correctly, that you're giving even those people who never buy from you, you still keep yourself somehow visible in case one day something happens with an opposition company and you get your way in. Time management is so important. Cut out the distractions. Cut out the noise. Social media, I see a lot of people wasting a lot of time looking on things like Facebook and all these kind of things. What we need to be doing is also realizing in the old days, and I don't want to say old days, they really do sound old, and he's 36 years in the field, or 35 years in the field, so I have been around. The most we had was a pager. People had to rely on a phone call to an office, and then for us to get our call sheets when we got them of people who phoned and who we needed to make contact back and what was needed to be discussed. To visit them, was an order, whatever it was. This day and age of this immediacy, people can honestly wait. And please also with time management, know when you're with that person you're with, that you have a productive and you have a focused and you're present, a focused meeting and you're present. None of the distractions and WhatsApps and phone calls. Just put even an away message when you go into an important meeting. An away message, people know, not busy right now, I will get back to you shortly, whatever that message is. But if you want to be super productive and you want to really get out there and knock that 6 out the park with your sales and do that in a continual manner, you're going to need to get on top of sales productivity. I will put the last 5 in the description below so you have them on hand. Let me know how your productivity is going. Where do you need to improve? What would you like to implement? And what would you like to drop? What has become a bad habit or something maybe that's been a bit of a blind spot that this session has actually helped you look at? And next week we will see, but we're going to wrap up the next 2 weeks. So we all have a break in December. And then I'll come up with a brand new plan back into January 2025. So in the interim, please do like, to share. Let's get this out there. Let's get out our sales knowledge and wisdom out widely and generously to those up and coming and the new sales professionals that are entering this exciting field. In the meantime, let's go shake the trees.